Hey guys, in this video, I want to share with you a new perspective on how you should view obstacles. If you view obstacles as a hindrance, what's going to happen? That very obstacle is going to prevent you from moving forward. It is going to make you feel discouraged. It is going to weaken your ability to endure through it. However, next, if you shift your perspective to view obstacles differently than how you normally do, meaning next time you come across an obstacle, instead of you feeling like it is a hindrance or a setback, you view it as an opportunity in which to help you grow. The thing I learned about obstacles is as much as we may not like them to be part of our life, as much as we may hate and dislike adversity, it is those very things that help us discover our strength. It helps us develop a better quality within our characteristics. It helps us it teaches us compassion. It shows us how to be more empathetic. Some obstacles even teach you how to be brave and courageous. Some obstacles can even teach you the importance of keeping the faith, keeping God close, and not second and away from you. There are so many reasons why obstacles present themselves to us. And I learned that when you view life like it is going against you, imagine what kind of emotion you are going to feel behind you feeling discouraged. You feeling that that obstacle in front of you is there to prevent you. It's a form of hindrance. The emotion you are going to feel is discouraged, unempowered, unequipped to help you through what it is you are going through. I learned that when you can view the contrary from your ordinary thinking, when an obstacle presents itself, and you see it as an opportunity in how you can grow. You see it as a challenge to bring you not so much a test, but on how you can grow. How can you become a better you? When people try to antagonize you, you remain calm, you remain collected. Maybe you learn a weakness about them. And by you recognizing these traits, these things, it helps you discover something within yourself. One, it helps you understand that individual. And this comes more with practice. But one, you get to understand this individual. But if you dig even deeper, you can understand, the importance of having compassion, having grace, maybe forgiving that individual. When an obstacle presents itself and it seems like every single thing that you try to, no matter how hard you try to stay positive and optimistic, there's always something. Great example. Right now, my wheelchair is quite the interesting process. I just got a new wheelchair and I am extremely grateful, don't get me wrong. I am grateful because prior to me getting this new wheelchair, my previous wheelchair, and I will make a video talking about it after, but I haven't made a video talking about it yet just because I'm still getting modifications done to it. My previous wheelchair was stuck. I was stuck in a position where I was in a lot of pain and discomfort going about my day, and this was going on for like nearly 3 months when I was stuck the way that I was until I got this new wheelchair. Now, when my first wheelchair had messed up, and as you can imagine, that's an obstacle. It's an obstacle because I no longer had the ability to adjust my chair. My daily routine, brushing my teeth, I couldn't reach my sink anymore because I no longer had the ability to elevate my chair. Feeding myself was one immense challenge. And I have always been more so lately. These past few years, I have been more challenged when it comes to feeding myself and picking up my drink lately because of my SMA and its progression. But when my chair was stuck the way that it was, the way that I was reclined made it more difficult to fight against gravity. That's an obstacle. Me recording content, it was very difficult for me to set up the phone because the way that my chair was positioned made it, again, I was fighting against gravity. It made it difficult to set my phone up to record content. That's an obstacle. When I got my new wheelchair still needed more adjustments in regards to, okay, my side rail, was, I feel like it was overlooked, but my side rail was overlooked to get an extra part for my side rail because of my scoliosis and the way I sit. I needed an extra part that I feel was overlooked, and therefore they had to order the part because, it was, I don't know, I just felt like it was overlooked. Anyhow, I got my new chair, and although it's great, it's amazing, right? I cannot deny that. But there are certain things that my old previous chair, I just feels like was much more of an upgrade compared to my new current chair. And when I got my new chair, I was just very fortunate. Let me backtrack for a second. So when I got my new chair, the obstacle was my side rail isn't in the most comfortable spot. Like where it's at right now, I can only stay in this position for so long before my side, like literally my left rib cage, because I have scoliosis, so I lean this way, I can only stay in this position for so long before I have to adjust myself because my rib cage will literally start to hurt and burn. When I say burn, I mean burn. It's bearable. I have experienced excruciating pain before, so my pain tolerance is pretty high. But excuse me, and but yeah, that's an obstacle, right? I get a new wheelchair. Oh, it's amazing, right? You hear good news. Guess what? Your new wheelchair is here. We're going to deliver it. Perfect. Every single thing that you were being challenged with previously, every single obstacle you had previously, which is like elevating your chair to brush your teeth, elevating your chair to reach a light switch, repositioning your chair, reclining it, readjusting your chair to help you fight not so much against gravity. So me being able to feed myself, pick up my own cup of water, picking up my phone to click record and record content, being on the computer. I almost forgot that one. Being on a computer, was a challenge within the process. So when I heard that my new wheelchair was coming, excuse me, when I heard my new wheelchair was coming, it was a huge liberation to know that everything I was struggling with before will one day become a memory, meaning it will be a thing in the past. So I got my new wheelchair, and my side rail needed some adjusting, right? Although solutions to my very problem were fixed, right? Another obstacle presented itself. But the reason why I am sharing all of this with you is because this is just an example, of many, many life experiences. Me being in the hospital in the ICU, it's an obstacle. Me dealing with personal family life, it's an obstacle. Me dealing with professional blunders, that's an obstacle. Me recording content, and now I just click record. I just pick up the phone, click record, and see what comes out. But before, I would pick up the phone, click record, put in the effort to pick up my phone first off. And some days I wasn't doing so good physically, meaning I struggled a lot to let alone click record, or let alone pick up my hand to deal with my computer, or let alone trying to keep my head up. There's some videos within the history of my YouTube channel where as I am talking, my head is doing this, or it's going this way. My head is tilting because my neck support wasn't, I was feeling really fatigued. That's an obstacle, right? Me being sick, having pneumonia, collapsed lungs, that's an obstacle. Many obstacles, I can name numerous of them. Many of them, right? My handicap van, when it goes into the shop and I'm stuck here at home, I can't go anywhere. That's an obstacle, right? So there's many obstacles that are always going to be present. But I learned that the way you view your obstacles will do one of two things. One, if you view obstacles as a hindrance, you will feel empowered and you will feel weak, like you are incapable to overcome what it is you are going through. However, if you can switch your mindset, which is not the easiest thing to do, you can view your obstacles as opportunities, as an opportunity to grow. What can this situation teach me? What can I learn from this situation? When my wheelchair messed up and I was in the process of waiting to get my new one, the opportunity within that process was to adapt. How can I adapt to this situation? How can I adapt to brushing my teeth? How can I adapt to recording content? How can I adapt to XYZ? And you seek the opportunity within your form of adversity. That's why I say, a new perspective, which is switching your mindset to view obstacles as an opportunity for growth. It's not the easiest thing to do, but I can assure you that if you put in the work and you practice to find the opportunity in which you can grow within your obstacles, you will not only become a better person, but you will become an individual who is equipped to get through nearly every barrier that presents itself to you. So the next time an obstacle presents itself to you, I want you to pause. Reflect on your situation. And in some circumstances, it is okay to be angry in the moment. But what is not okay is to let your behavior begin to dictate who you become. And you find a way to grow within the process. When you find yourself short-tempered, although your short temper is an obstacle, or the very thing you are dealing with is an obstacle, you find the opportunity in how you can better take control of your emotions. Maybe you need more compassion. Maybe you need more patience. Maybe you simply just need the faith to know that the efforts you are doing and implementing within your daily life, you have the faith that it will ultimately lead you to where you are supposed to be. You keep the faith. You trust the process. So from me to you, if you can learn anything from this video, the next time an obstacle presents itself, or even if you are dealing with an obstacle, whether that's personally or professionally, ask yourself, what can this situation teach me? What can I learn from this situation? You will strengthen your emotional intelligence. You will strengthen your spirituality. And you begin to practice and practice and practice. It's not going to be easy. You begin to practice to become more mindful and self-aware of you, of your actions, your reactions. And you really put in the effort. You really do channel through, putting in the work. You will become an individual where when you reflect back on your past, your story, everything that you once felt was there as a hindrance. you will find the opportunity to become thankful for those life experiences, because you will then see how it all led you to where it is you were always meant to be. And everything you are going through now is all leading you to where it is you are supposed to go. Keep the faith, trust the process, and remember, the way you view life is a form of perspective. Do not look at life as hindrances. Look at life as an opportunity. I love you. I appreciate you. And remember, grow through what you go through. Much love.